I stand here today on behalf of some of my former teaching colleagues to share some of their stories, to give a voice to the coalface. Says Kerry, I feel that the work of a teacher is underestimated and undervalued by the community and government. I have been teaching for a long while and the changes and increasing workload have been phenomenal. I no longer encourage young people to choose teaching as a career. The personal rewards are few nowadays and the cost is great, she says. These are some of my reasons. I travel an hour each day to work, often leaving home at 6 a.m. and returning at 7 p.m. I rarely see my husband and children before I leave and don't have much time with them in the evening. I need to do schoolwork, programming, marking, lesson preparation, assessment, AP work, responding to emails, reports, entering, collating and collecting data. When I finally go to bed exhausted, I often wake from 1:30 a.m. onwards, she says, and cannot return to sleep due to worries and concerns about teaching. I am not alone. Many of my colleagues have their sleep disturbed. The behaviour of students is increasingly impacting on teaching. Many students with special needs are in mainstream classes and schools are seriously under-equipped to manage these extra demands. Whoever thought introducing 5 new syllabuses at the same time was a good idea, she says. Enough. Add this to the continuums, frameworks and LMBR changes to schools. And reporting. It has become cumbersome and tiresome, and that does not give parents much useful information at all. I would say that a minimum of 72 hours straight of teachers' own time is devoted to reports twice a year. You can tell it is report time through the amount of sickness that befalls teachers, low immunity, high stress. The exorbitant workload means that the quality of teaching diminishes. There are just not enough hours in the day to achieve all that has to be done. There was a time you looked forward to weekend and holidays as there might be time for recuperation, relaxation, exercise and time with the family. Those days are long gone. Another teacher friend hailing from rural New South Wales tells me of the impact of feeling demoralised by a system that doesn't value teachers' professionalism and time and dedication. How incredibly isolating and discouraging this is. Despite being such a remarkable teacher and a few years into a relatively new career change, despite kicking substantial goals, loved by his students and their parents, despite being a progressive thinker and having secured a degree with distinction, despite having the most positive impact on some of our most disadvantaged and vulnerable kids, and despite being a fantastic, energised, intelligent and committed teacher. Very sad. My last comment is for another very special teacher. It is a recognition and a commendation for one of the very best. I pay tribute to Craig McGowan, head teacher of music at Winmalee High School. Craig McGowan has also spent the past 12 years conducting the Pulse Public Schools Concert Band. He is well known and revered throughout the music world. Sadly, he now finishes up with Pulse. The band has been a significant part of Craig's life and unpaid commitment, where he has brought passion, talent and first-class quality large ensemble music into our children's lives. Mr McGowan's musical expectations of young people in the Blue Mountains and Western Sydney were high. Performances at major events in the Opera House, Sydney Town Hall, New South Wales State Band Championships, a testament to the hard work Craig McGowan and the children put in each Wednesday night, rehearsals and performances, both amazing and rewarding. Successful music careers have been built on Craig's skill and dedication. Professional musicians, music therapists, music teachers, students accepted into and graduating from the Conservatorium of Music. Craig McGowan is a proud Western Sydney music educator and he is well loved. Thank you for sharing yourself with our children and our families. Music has changed our lives because of you. Next year, Mr McGowan takes his family on an exchange to Canada. I have no doubt that the middle school in Bragg Creek, Alberta, will adore you and appreciate you, Craig. Your inspirational music making will thankfully see a more broad and international impact. Our loss is Canada's gain. And finally, you deserved better treatment from a system that demands teachers fit and tick boxes. You deserve to be valued more by some who just don't get it. And I absolutely trust that you will be honoured and respected beyond measure in your next musical adventure. I hope our paths cross again. Thank you, Craig McGowan, and take care. You are salt of the earth, an impressive human. Thank you to all our fabulous teachers at this time of year during report writing. Feeling weary and in desperate need of a break, you still give our precious children, our future, everything you've got.
Mr Speaker.